Aliens, Demi Lovato, Taylor. Fuck, it's not Taylor Swift.
Oh, it's
Miley
fucking Miley
Cyrus.
Cyrus.
There we go. That's
Do we
the
not want to
subject
introduce
today.
ourselves first?
Well, that
Subject.
is our introduction.
Okay, yes. Please introduce yourself and your title.
Okay, I am Insanity, Dr. Insanity. We shall be talking on this topic today
That
with
was
Mr. James. Thank you for inviting me today.
That was
And I am
disgusting.
Lieutenant Babyleg. I have no title.
What do you mean? You're literally a lieutenant.
No, that's my name, Alex. I mean,
Oh.
Insanity.
Oh no.
First names is fine.
Yeah.
Going forward, I
I'm
would like you
Jack.
to refer to me as my title.
Just
Jizz man.
James.
Can I
Please.
just call you Jizz for short?
You can call me Jizz if you want. But Jizz man when it's a formal email would be good.
Okay.
Okay, right, yes. So, subject of conversation: aliens. Do you have them?
Do you
Demi
want
Lovato,
them?
Mexican sheep alien, a forest, and Miley Cyrus was chased by an alien.
I actually have that article currently up
These
on
are
my
the-
phone if you'd like me to elaborate on this.
Yes,
No, it's
please
fine.
do.
We've got some initial
delve
questions
in.
first.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Got some initial ones first. Right. So, what is your opinion on the statement? Aliens do exist.
Yes.
100%, yeah.
All right.
I mean, the universe is like infinitely expanding, so the odds of it just being us is like insane. Like, it's like virtually impossible for it just to be us.
All right. Here's the
Probably,
thing,
you might
though.
say.
Here's the thing, though. Do you see that?
See what?
The universe getting bigger. Because I can't.
Yeah, I can. 2020 vision.
I don't know what you
To be
mean.
fair, I do
I
have
am
glasses.
literally the owner of the Hubble telescope.
This broadcast is live from the Hubble telescope with Dr. Alex.
the Doctor Insanity. Please, this is his field of research. It's just watching the expansion of the
Please,
universe.
stay in your lane, gents. Let me talk about this.
Okay, right then. Go on, explain to us how the Hubble telescope works. From a
Well, it's all about these magnifying glasses, you know, these like real big ones, you know.
nice, okay.
You know, it just magnifies so much. There's probably
See,
some sort of satellite.
originally this was invented just for you to be able to see your cock, weren't it? But then they found other
Originally, I
uses
was
for it.
trying to hunt ants with my cock, but I realised that my cock wasn't very good at magnifying stuff, so I had
I like
to
the
make something
idea.
to be able to use that.
I like the idea that Alex was like, shit, that thing's small. I'm gonna put a ton of magnifying glasses in front of each other.
See what
And now we
happens.
can see aliens.
Oh
Okay,
my God.
All right, so I think we can all agree that aliens, from a probability standpoint, there's probably something out there. But do you
Yeah.
reckon it would be like the stereotypical like little green men, or do you reckon it's just like some bullshit sort of, here's this like beetle a million miles away sort of thing?
I reckon, yeah, I don't reckon it's like, well, I don't know. I don't think it'll be Green Men, but it'll be something that's like insanely advanced.
Possibly grey men.
I suppose it would all depend on the atmosphere and the kind of area they would live in. You know,
I like to think-
I hate the fact that the stuff that Alex is saying right now is actually making him sound like he is someone that works for fucking NASA or something.
thank you very much.
He is.
Thank you for
Playing the
recognising
role.
my title as Doctor.
He's the
Thank you.
scientist, Jack. We've all got roles.
we have,
I'm
like,
the
a
one that
segment?
organises the questions.
If James could
Alex
afford
is the
for
one
me
that's
to turn my camera on, I would
Yeah,
show my
so-
really smart glasses I have on currently.
So James is the presenter. Alex is a scientist. What am I? Just
You're you're like the
guess.
impartial viewer who's like who's
Yeah.
oblivious until you're like the reaction
okay.
to what the smart people are saying. I say smart people, smart person. Alex,
You're
is
like the Joe Rogan of the cast.
You're you're the thumb. You're the bald white man that we talk to, and you're like,
Oh,
wow,
shave my
really?
hair now. Oh my God, that's nuts.
That is nuts. Have you seen that clip where he's like, whoa, that's wild. Jamie, pull up that video of that man hitting a moose with his car.
Yeah.
I think that was during the Bob Lazar podcast, which was all about like UFOs and that sort of thing. And he's basically this guy who supposedly worked on Area 51. But that's quite an interesting guy. But he's like he's very into the character if he's lying. If you know.
I've just kind of like thought of it since like you were saying like something about that guy. I don't know why I've sidetracked now to a different guy, but that guy that like did that worked for like NASA or Area 51 or some shit that like did that press conference that said aliens were real. Like he said they found
That was the
alien,
confirmation
Oh,
of it.
they
yeah.
found like alien genetics or some
It
shit
was-
like that. Like,
yeah.
they didn't say specifically, oh, there's aliens. It's like alien material or something.
Yeah,
like,
it
foreign
was.
material.
There has been like crashed objects that have come from just for fucking space as well, isn't it?
Yeah, like a rock.
Yeah, I love rock.
I thought you meant like.
I'm more about the stars, not rocks.
Of
Okay?
course. Okay, good
Me
point. I
and my
forgot
Hubble
you are
telescope.
an astrophysicist. I forgot. Yeah, no, it was non-human biometrics. I think.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, but hear me out. What if like like
It
a
was a goat.
military drone just hit a fucking cat on the way down? Like that's like they're like, oh my god, this pilot had a collar and his name was
His
Gigi.
name was Fluffy.
Yeah,
Why were they so small, the size of a
God.
house cat?
it's what a coincidence. This alien looks just like a cat from Earth. Oh wow!
Clearly,
that
these
was-
ones
that leads to a lot of
have evolved to have opposable thumbs.
It's
what's
just a
happened
cat,
here.
but with one thumb, like a human thumb.
Yeah, the pilot's thumb like flew off and like landed next to the cats. They just assumed it was the cats.
Oh man. Okay. All right. So, own personal encounters. Does anybody here have any experience with what they might have considered?
Well,
to
I
be
feel
a-
like if anyone's gonna see an alien, it's gonna be Doctor Insanity. With his
I mean, it will
telescope.
be the astrophysicist.
No, personally, I do not actually have any personal experience with extraterrestrial life of any sort. But I am always on the lookout for
The bitches.
these bitches known as extraterrestrials, as well as the supernatural at the same time.
I was gonna
But
say,
yet
I've
nothing
had
has ever
ghost
come up to me.
I've had ghost experiences, but we'll save that for another time.
Well,
No,
funny
please
you
expand
say
upon
that because that's will be that's like
The
a
next
tease
topic.
for another podcast.
Oh,
Who'd have thought we'd be
Tune
talking
in
about
next week
ghosts
for
and aliens?
ghosts.
Yeah, oh yeah, ghosts and things. Thanks for watching. Do you know what? Actually, right. I'm gonna go on a bit of a tangent here, but this is just kind of unexplained shit. When I was younger, I definitely used to hallucinate, like just random things. And this is gonna sound so fucking
What do
boring and dumb.
Can you expand
when
on
I was-
that? Like
yeah,
hallucinating?
No, no, alright. So I was like, what, 8? Must have been at the like the oldest.
Hmm.
And one time, I remember walking into the kitchen. I opened the door, and on the floor was a fucking baby bell, but it was
Okay.
wrapped in like Christmas like ribbons. And then I was like, "What?" And then my dog walked over it, and it disappeared. And that was, and I don't know why, but I've always remembered that. And I was like, oh, "I hallucinated."
What the fuck? Are you sure you just didn't
also-
eat it?
That's what I thought. But no.
Just
No,
ate
it wasn't like a baby bell. It was like the baby bell size, and it was red. Like it was like that sort of shape.
I
It
think
didn't have the wrapper on it.
your parents bought you a baby bell for Christmas,
Christmas
and
baby.
the dog just swooped along and ate it.
Yeah, I know. Fucking hell, Lucy, Jesus. Yeah, and then there was another time where one of my dogs had puppies, and I picked one up, and I dragged. No, and then I.
Oh, jeez.
Let me think how I'm
Jesus
gonna
Christ.
say this because
This is good. This is already
I
not
was
sounding
like
good.
I was like 8 again, like at the earliest. I picked one up and
Fucking
like
demon.
and his head like flopped to one side, and then like this like I don't know what to call it. I
It's
thought it
getting
looked like
worse.
a massive like it looked like a fucking dollop of something just fell out of its ear, and I was like, it's its brain, and I gagged and I turned around, it was gone. I was like, oh, maybe I imagined that as well.
What the fuck were your
Did the
parents
puppy
feeding
survive? This is
don't
all I'm like concerned
Yeah,
about
yeah,
right
no,
now.
they were alright. They're
Yeah.
still alive now. I see them walking about sometimes, just in
Okay,
shops.
good. Yeah, nice.
They're just out and about at the club.
Oh,
But yeah,
was it
you
was it
know,
like
I,
a litter that you were selling off or something?
no, it was like one of our dogs got pregnant, and then yeah, we were just kind of passing them on to, vagrants and beggars, and
As you do, yeah.
and then every time at night when I'd see a helicopter, I'd be like, "That's a fucking alien." And then
Yeah,
and then
I
I
think
was too
everyone
scared to
used
go
to be like that.
outside.
Like you see, like, when you're a kid looking outside at night, you see like a helicopter going past with a red flashlight. You're like, that's not a plane. That's not a plane.
Yeah.
That's an alien.
I was
That's
like,
an
"Oh my god, they're real, and they're in our hometown."
Of
But
all
that- oh,
places.
I was like, oh man, they're at my primary school right now.
Well, I feel that's something we could expand upon with that information. Then of knowing, saying like, oh, you're seeing these red lights in the sky, or it could be aliens or anything like that. Would be a friend of ours that we haven't acquainted ourselves with for a long time. Would be and why he's still afraid to go outside. Why is he still afraid to go outside after the COVID? He's
Maybe it is
honestly
the aliens.
terrified.
Maybe he knows something that
He
we
knows
don't.
something we don't
Yeah.
know.
Well,
100%.
it's because like his family are anti-vaxxers,
Oh man.
and like they were like massive like fearmongers throughout the whole thing, so it's like traumatized
Maybe
him.
if you
bet
don't
they were
take
the
a
fucking
vaccine,
criminals.
you see the aliens.
Yeah, maybe this is a whole government conspiracy
Shit.
that like we don't see the aliens anymore. Because now that I think about it, I don't remember ever looking up in the sky and seeing an alien spaceship. I only see helicopters now,
It's true. What
and
if
I don't.
Oh my god, yeah, what the
And I feel like that's happened since I've had the jab.
fuck? Here's the thing, right? Helicopters, yeah. This is gonna sound so dumb, but I think there might be some truth to this. Helicopters, their blades spin at an angle really fast to the point where they just take off, right?
Yeah.
If I put my arms out, and tilt my hands and just fucking zoom in one
Spin.
direction, eventually, theory states I will go fast enough to take off.
Would that be physically possible for you to take
I don't know how
flight?
I'd keep spinning
Well,
them in
Alex,
the
you're
air.
the scientist here. Is that
Yeah.
possible?
If
Well,
I could
with
generate
with
thrust.
enough angle, enough upward thrust that he had from spinning,
So,
it could be
my
possible.
next question for you, Alex, is that thing true that if you slap a raw chicken hard enough, you can cook it because of kinetic energy?
That is possible, yes. But as of right now, it would not be physically possible for any human being. But it is proven to be possible if you can
Technically,
generate
yeah.
enough kinetic force.
Technically, it
Same
is
as they
possible,
say,
but
you
you
have
would
the slight
fucking
chance of
destroy
going
that
through.
chicken.
Yeah. It's like the same chance of like being able to slip your hand through an object.
Whoa.
Yeah, I find that really
phase-
weird.
'cause if your particles match up perfectly, you just phase through it.
But the thing is, you
Yes.
phase through it, but there's no guarantee you'll come back out. Like you'll just be in the wall. Like it's like it's the whole point of the back rooms, isn't it? It's like you no clip into just whatever's below, sort of thing, which is spooky. But anyway, right,
Which leads to another episode we're doing on the back rooms.
back rooms and no clipping in real life. Thank you for watching. Right, so
We will be attempting this on our next live stream.
What, just enter the back rooms?
okay. I'm gonna set the scene for you. So this whole topic isn't far from where we actually live. So like, bear that in mind. Picture the scene. December 1980. Vince Thurkettle, awful name, was out chopping wood one evening in Rendlesham Forest near a lake when a car drew up. I thought it said blew up then, but no. A car drew up.
Wait, what year was this?
1980.
Oh, it's fine. I thought you said 1880. I was gonna say, when the fuck they have cars?
No.
They probably did. But...
That's why it's an alien story. Because they
It
gave them
it
cars.
wasn't even a sparkle in my
They
dad's
gave them
eye
a
by
Honda Civic. Two men stepped out of the car, dressed in suits. They were aged about 30. Good
Can
morning.
you stop clearing your throat? Because this is really off-putting.
Shush. I'm trying to get in character. Wait, what is this guy supposed to sound like? Any ideas?
Fancy.
Old 1980s, 30.
Oh, good morning. Do you mind if we ask you some questions? Asked one in a well-spoken English accent.
That's how it's meant to sound.
This
That's
guy is
it, yeah.
definitely. It sounds like he's fucking come from Wizard School.
Yeah, no. Oh man. So earlier, on the 26th and the 28th of December of that year, the United States Air Force security personnel stationed at the near RAF base in Woodbridge had reported seeing strange lights in the surrounding forest, which is very spooky. 3 years later, the sightings made news in the World's Front Page Story, which was a newspaper at the time, which proclaimed UFO lands in Suffolk, and that's official. And that was actually the title. The "and that's official" cringe part was actually the title. It's based off of a story given by this Vince Thurkettle.
Sir Kettle.
Thurkettle. Sir it was given by Sir Kettle. And it was released at the US government and described the encounter with an apparent UFO in the forest. And basically what happened was he and his mate were out one night, and then they were part of like a RAF base nearby. I don't remember what his mate was
Right.
called. And they said basically they saw this thing like land in the forest. It was like a massive light, and then they went up to it, and they were pretty much just like, "What the fuck? I'm not going near that." And then they sort of spoke to each other and was like, "Oh, we kind of probably have to do this because it's literally their job." And what they described it was like this almost like pill-shaped, smooth ship that had like landed. And first of all, I gotta say that is a terrible fucking design. I think if anyone saw that, I'd probably laugh. I don't know about
Not
you.
very aerodynamic, is it really?
That's not
Yeah.
very
You
not
want,
very
like,
threatening.
I feel like the film The Dictator sums up better. If you need like points. Points are scary.
Exactly.
Yeah. If I saw like a rounded edge, I'd probably like. I don't know what it is about like a pill-shaped ship that makes me think about going to the toilet. I can't
Look at
really
that.
Maybe
explain.
it makes you think of a depository.
Yes, maybe. I would look at that ship and think, I need that to put that up my
I
bum.
need that up my bum now.
I need to put that in my bum. Oh man. But yeah, so and then what happened was this Vince guy goes up to it and he basically like, touches it and it starts humming. And then if I'm not mistaken, I think it takes off. And like it like vibrates and it slowly starts taking off. It's like flashing like green, red, and white, all this kind of shit. And it takes off and it's just gone again after that. And they call it in, and then they're like people show up and there's actual signs of it that's been on the ground and all bits of that. And there was like a big EMP thing, so electrical magnetic stuff in the area was all screwed up. Yeah, here we go. Mr. Burrows claims that the lighthouse was emitting electromagnetic frequencies towards Rendlesham Forest. He stresses, "I never went on the record to say that it was a spaceship because I didn't know at the time, but now I'm having my doubts. What he saw has some sort of energy or plasma which could form into an intelligence," he says. So I don't know what that means, but maybe he's like, "Oh, there was this kind of glowing thing. Maybe
Glowing
that was
goo.
fine."
That was definitely smart.
That was smart. Yeah, Alex, you're the scientist here.
Yeah, please explain that to us.
What was this glowing glue that could have formed intelligence?
Well, clearly, so if it's emanating from this pod itself, so there has to
Yeah.
be some sort of intellectual life that's taken the form of some sort of slime creature in the sense, but maybe due to the atmosphere that we have within our own planet, it couldn't take a physical form.
Can I just point out,
Electromagnetic
to sound smart, Alex is just trying to fit in the word atmosphere as much as possible.
He said the word atmosphere in the same sentence as slime creature.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we're going off of from this information that you've given
Oh
to me.
my... I'm just
Actually, I
going to
said
point out,
plasma.
just if anyone does watch this on the off chance, Alex is not a scientist or a doctor in any way.
I don't
He
know.
has no medical or like scientific training. Then
I don't
fucking
know.
what
It
he
says
got
doctor
at school.
in the title.
I've been trained in medical first aid, so
Oh god.
that's a plus.
Jeez. Here we go, man. Here we go.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
that's
these
my
guys have
take
served
I got
in
from
the
it
military
anyway.
for 30 years as well. So they'd served
what
in
I
the military for 30 years.
Can I just butt in for a second? What I didn't get from some of the stories what you were saying was so was there two? You said there was two guys, and there was
Yeah.
two guys like who saw it, and then there was two guys who saw that was in wearing black
Yeah,
suits
there
and
was
stuff.
two
right?
guys. There was two guys who saw it, and then there was two guys that showed up in a car to ask the guy,
Right.
the first guy,
What he
about
saw,
the
yeah.
sighting.
And then
Yeah.
also as well, they said something about the US government being there, even though this is based in Suffolk in England.
Yeah. So they have like I'm fairly sure it's like a training facility, possibly, or like like there's places in like.
Is
I
it
think
near?
Bedford
I
has,
was
like,
gonna
an
say,
army
is
base.
it near Thetford? Because I've been through Thetford before.
I don't
there is
think
multiple army bases. There's quite a few army bases around.
Yeah,
like,
it's
Thetford area.
like one of those. Like there's a forest and then there's army barracks, and I'm
Mm.
assuming there's like different nationalities of people there doing different training. Especially because it's like the UK and America who work quite closely together in a lot of things like that.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming it's that kind of thing, but in Rendlesham Forest.
So in the story of that as well, it was just emitting plasma like out of
It
the
said,
pill?
I think by plasma it means like light, or like there was like a It was very
Yeah,
bright on the
maybe.
inside. Because if I remember, I think the door of this thing opens, and they're like, "What the fuck?" And then they book it, I think,
Okay.
and then it takes off. But he says, as his colleagues approached, Mr. Burrows says that they saw a white light silently explode and then a red oval sun-like object in the clearing get lifted up through the trees and shot back towards the coast. Okay, so it did land. I do remember saying it landed, but I think this might have taken place after it lands. So it gets up and then fucking zooms away. Mr. Burrows, who served in the U.S. Armed Forces for 27 years, says it's been a crazy 40 years since the encounter. Just when you think the story is over, another thing happens. Oh, wait, so
It's
has
still
something
going.
happened recently?
Oh.
Oh, by the time when this article was published, when this article that I've got this off was published, it states that this month he's published a new book, Weaponization of Unified Aerial Phenomenon.
Right.
Weaponization of the unidentified aerial phenomenon, so UFOs, in which he outlines research that says the incident was caused by experiments in harnessing an energy field in the forest. They were studying the energy field of different applications to include in military use, he says. Okay, so wait, so he's stating that this might not have been a UFO, but might have been like an energy-based thing from 1980.
Like weapons training or something like that.
I don't really know.
That's mad.
Energy-based field.
So, not that this is like what we're talking about, but do you reckon that like the government have like secret futuristic weapons they've developed that they're just not toying with? Because like the UK showed off that laser
I
beam.
do say that.
Oh,
a lot,
the fucking
It's the Star Wars laser beam.
the Star Wars laser. What's the
Yeah.
name of that thing in Star
I
Wars?
can't think what it's called.
Not
The
Death-
you know about Death Star? That's the like
Yeah.
the planet
No,
thing.
I'm talking about the big, the planet-sized gun.
The Death
What
Star.
from the new sequels?
Yeah, from the new sequels.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've not watched the new ones.
I'm pretty sure that is still called as the Death Star or around
know.
that. Like, but
I
instead
think
of
it's
being
funny that
star
they were like
size,
in Star Wars. I
planet
think
size.
it's funny that they were like, oh, we need to one up the Death Star.
How do
It
we
was
do
the size
that?
of a moon.
We blow up
It's like,
more planets.
Let's make it into a planet.
They can now
It's like,
blow
yeah,
up even more planets.
Yeah, I know.
Someone did some calculations on all the energy that was being emitted from that thing
Right.
and when they showed it off, obviously in the film, blowing up like maybe 5 planets or something. Someone actually did the calculations for it, and it was actually shown as being underwhelming in a real scenario. That would blow up.
I
Would
could
blow
do
up
that.
even more things than it could have actually done in the film.
Oh, jeez. I thought you were trying to get her like, yeah, I could do that. It's not that impressive.
Oh,
With
yeah, but
Alex's
I could do
telescope,
that. With my
he
telescope.
can shine a laser through it, and it will just destroy the universe.
It's known as the God Ray, in fact.
All right,
like-
nerd. Alex is like, I could do that too, and shines like laser pointers at planes.
Yeah, it's like
Alex
one of
is
those
that
military ones
guy.
you can buy on Instagram, but you get those like stupid advertisements on Instagram all the time. Buy this military flashlight. Buy this military laser beam. No longer allowed to be bought in the US.
Do you know? Yeah, there's some of those flashlights. I think it's like the most like, is it lumen? It's called like the strongest
Yeah,
power
lumens,
flashlights. They just burn you if you hold them too
Yeah.
close. And I remember seeing this video of this guy like coming out of the shower and like shining one of these flashlights right on his ass. And it's like steaming because of the water on him already, and I'm like, what the hell?
Because it's fucking go so hot that it ends up turning the water into condensation.
Yeah, that's what I'm assuming happened. Yeah, but it's just so dumb. I was like, what the hell? I remember. Oh god, yeah. Did you know like those like green laser pointers are banned because they like really damage your retinas?
I didn't know
Yeah.
that, no.
Specifically
But I
green
do
ones.
now.
They like burn the back of your eye.
Not my retina, please.
What would
I
you
need
do without your retina? I don't know. Probably be blind, if I'm honest. But
Just
I
not
don't-
see anything.
That's another topic as well. How much of your
Being
body would have
blind.
to be? How much of your body would have to be broken for you to decide? You know what? I'm giving up.
like
Mine
a
would
little-
be
like-
if I broke both my arms. I wouldn't be
I
able to
feel
wipe
like
my
if
own
I
ass.
broke-
I'd probably just
Wait.
end it all.
Wait, if you broke it, so you know at some point it's gonna mend. But you're like,
I
These
think
But
I
if I
should
can't
have
wipe my own ass for the next like year or so, I might just end it all. I was like, I don't want to be here anymore.
why is that the measure of
Should
whether
not
you want to
wipe
die?
your ass.
That's the measure. Just like, you know
I
what?
can't wipe my arms. Put me down.
Most simple
Put me down.
tasks for me to do.
Throw
would
me in
be
the
to write
Alex
my own.
breaks both his arms. A week later, I'm ready to be euthanized.
I'd have to go to like Switzerland or Sweden
I'm
though, because
going
they
to
don't allow.
I'm going to Switzerland to be euthanized, Dad. Alex, you broke your arms 2 days ago. I can't wipe, Dad. I can't wipe.
I can't do it.
It's either that, or I can imagine think about it the like other way around, where it's like Alex's dad has broken his arms.
They did
And
break one of
Alex
his
has to like
arms.
wipe his butt, and then 2 weeks later he's like, "I'll put you on the
Sorry,
list,
Dad.
Dad. I have.
I'll put you down.
Just
Your
like,
life isn't worth
time
living."
to show Dad the rabbits.
Oh god! But
What
here's
was that
actually
guy?
right.
What was
So
that guy's name in Mice and Men again?
Lenny and
Henry,
George.
was it?
I think you referenced
Henry,
him as Henry, Alex, didn't you?
Yeah, I think his name was
Henry
Henry.
from
When
Mice
they,
and Men.
the guy
Oh,
with
oh
the
my
Michael
God.
Jackson glove.
No, that was
Oh,
Hurley.
Curly,
Hurley, something like
Curly in his
Um,
glove full of
No,
Vaseline. Yeah,
he's definitely
that.
Jacob. That was definitely his name.
Jake. Right. So, okay. So let's keep this on topic, right? So basically, that's what happened in Rendlesham Forest. I got
Yeah.
an interesting factoid here.
I do love
I've been to
factoids.
this place, right?
And
And
I've
did you
seen
see
the
it?
pill shit.
I didn't see it. It
I
was during the
was
day,
Mr. Kettle. I was
and
Kettle
I
Man.
was. This is again. I was him. I am Vince. And Alex is right. It was a slime creature in the atmosphere.
Hell yeah.
But no, I was there. I think I must be like again like 8. All my best stories come from when I was 8 years old.
I'm sure you were just
I feel like
just
I
high
peaked.
this whole
Everything
time.
important that happened to James was 8 years old.
I peaked at 8 years old.
You must have been high like the whole time, like honestly.
I was just on paint fumes.
I do
I
love
was
paint
just
finish.
sniffing walls.
Uh,
But yeah, no. So I went there, and there's like this little little hole, not necessarily a hole. It's like a big walk around the forest, right? And before you get there, it's like all this like UFO gift shop stuff, and like, oh, here's this playground in the shape of a UFO, but no one else was on it, and I was like, I can't go over there because I'll get abducted. And I was like looking at this fucking slide, and I was like shitting myself. I was like, I can't do it, but I want to.
I'll go down this.
Ah!
Let's go into a different dimension.
I
What
know.
do I do?
I was scared. And then then we all went for a walk, and I was shitting it the whole time. I was like looking behind me all the time, like, fucking aliens, they're coming back. They're going to come and get me, and I'm 8 years old, and I'm important at the moment.
You're gonna probe me.
They
Like,
want
that's
that
what they were.
8-year-old
I
boy.
thought these aliens were going to take me and probe me. I was scared. I didn't want to get probed when I was 8. Now it's a different story, but like, but when I was 8,
Nah,
I didn't
I'd
want
be
to get.
into
I
it.
need this to happen for the content.
Now I need to get probed because then we'll be famous. No, but yeah, so we went there, and basically there's like this little beaten off path, like
Yeah.
off the main path, and it's like, oh, go in here. That's where
Is
the
that what the man
aliens
told
were."
you? If you go down this path, it's called the beat off
Beat
path.
off.
Come with me.
Yeah, had a sign saying "beat off path," and I was like, okay. And so I did.
I'm beat off on this.
Think
I
about-
didn't realise
think about
his
that.
name was Path until he
Think
took
about
me.
8-year-old me doing that. You nonce.
Well, beating off a man called Path.
Yes.
I don't have to imagine it because I already know what Jay did anyway. So it's just a
Well,
Oh,
yeah,
all
wait,
it is-
what?
all it
about
is the
this,
change
this
of changing
you're on-
Jay's face with yours.
We will.
Wait.
We'll talk about Jay in his own guest
His own
appearance
guest
in a
podcast.
future
Yeah.
podcast. That'll be one which I think will probably require a lot of editing.
We should get Jay in live for it.
Yeah, that's a good idea. You know, but yeah. So there was like it's just like this little shitty, like almost like den bit where it's look at this. That's where the aliens landed. I'm like, oh wow, okay. I went there and I was like, this is surreal. This is where the slime creature in atmosphere was. And then that was that. I was like, oh, I got shivers, and then I ran out.
Do you want to
And
know
then we
why you
went
got
home.
shivers though? It's because of the atmosphere.
It was because the atmosphere it changed since the slime creature had been there. Oh man, you're right. God, what a day!
Can't believe you didn't
No.
figure that out, James, when you were 8. Can't believe
Yeah.
I
it.
know, but
if,
yeah,
If Doctor Insanity can work it out now with his telescope, you should be able to work out as an 8-year-old boy
you're right.
fucking beating off a man called Path.
God, you're right. But anyway, yeah, that's Rendlesham Forest. Aliens existed there for like a night. Actually, no, I think it was like a week before that happened, and then it like showed up. Maybe we'll do a whole episode on
You
that.
know what? Why don't aliens always kind of just come down, they land for like a minute or two, and then fuck off again, or they just float around the sky for it? Why don't they actually land, have a conversation, get to know us, and just chill?
Because maybe they're just racist.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be
Yeah.
I mean, most humans are. I don't think that would go very well anyway. To be fair, I can't stand to be in a room with you, Jack. Like, I don't know if I could deal with an alien. I feel
No.
like I'm gonna be honest, right? This is gonna sound really weird.
Oh
When,
god.
you know, like the stereotypical alien, like the grey ones with the big heads.
Yeah.
I really want to bite one,
to see what he tastes
and
like.
I think they've
Do you reckon
sensed
it's
that,
gonna be
and they're scared.
do you reckon they've got a gooey inside? Like it's like a cream egg.
It's like those. Do you remember those aliens you used to get, like they're in the eggs, and they're like, oh, they give birth.
Oh
like,
yeah,
Yeah,
You,
I do, yeah.
if you hold them underwater together, they get pregnant.
yeah, like there's a. Oh,
Do you reckon if aliens
How do I
landed,
explain
people would just grab them and hold them underwater until they got pregnant?
give birth, give birth, give birth from the
No,
back of
you're
your
doing
head.
it wrong. They've got to be back to back.
Of course. No, yeah. So it was those little toys that came in those like eggs filled with slime, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's the gooey creature.
Squishy alien. Oh my god, it's the
Oh my
slime
God.
creature.
And
Wait, that means
they
the
were
alien's
shaped like a
still
pill.
there.
The things they came in were shaped
Oh
like a
my
pill.
God,
You're
Oh,
right,
that's
an
it.
egg, but
And I'm going to spoil it for you. The whole thing of them being like, oh wow, my one's pregnant. Look, there's a baby in its head. I'm sorry, Jack. They all had babies in their heads as default. You
Yeah.
couldn't get them pregnant. They were just pregnant. They were
They were already
pre-pregnant.
I had one
They-
that came once with It
there's
came
definitely
with
sex trafficking.
it came with a fetus inside of it, like a really little gooey thing, and it also came with a child.
Oh,
So
I am.
What, an
I am
actual
with child.
child?
yeah, a real child. Like I
You're
was
allowed
really
to
confused
do
when I bought it in the shop, and I dragged this kid with me. Like he went to grab. So basically, I grabbed it and he grabbed it as well. So I just assumed he came with it.
How much for the egg and the child?
How much for
about-
the egg and the child?
It's a weird offer you've got going on it. Buy one egg, get a kid free.
Oh, I'll take that.
It was quite annoying though. It was crying
What a
for his mum
bargain.
the whole time. It was a weird function of it.
What happened to
You
it?
beat that out of him now, haven't you? I'm
It
sure.
died. Like they die after like a few days. It didn't come with instructions, so I didn't know you had to feed it.
Oh yeah. I used to have that problem with Tamagotchis.
Yeah, Tamagotchi. I used to keep the little thing that you pull out of Tamagotchis, when you could to start them up, like they got the little cover over the battery. I used to keep that, so when it was about to die, I just slide it back in and pull it out and reset it quicker.
That's actually mad because I used to take leaves off the Christmas tree and then floss my teeth with them until they bled.
What's that? Any subject. That also reminds me. How many Nintendogs do you think have been left astray right now?
This is about aliens, and we're talking about like this.
we can't keep on topic.
Nintendogs. I
The
don't know.
best conversations are the ones that go off on a tangent.
Fluffy
anyway.
Thunder is no more. I'm sure. Like, but yeah, okay, no, right. So, okay, that's Rendlesham Forest. Aliens are real, and they're in England. Boris Johnson was definitely not off this planet.
It's like when he when he was having that interview, Boris Johnson, he started summoning that fucking dark code.
He's fucking the way he summoned the demon. Yeah, God, that's just how aliens talk. Have you actually? Oh, this is like off topic. Well, not off topic. It's not on. We're going off script now.
We've been off
Have
script
you
the
We're
whole
not even
time.
on script.
About the mind control lizards living in the moon.
I thought they lived
No.
underground, like underneath, like.
No, it's one second. Let me find this. Mind control lizards in the moon.
Just a massive moan in the
Sorry,
podcast.
That's gonna like be absolutely like,
That's gonna be perfect for the
Sorry,
podcast.
Dr. Insanity is getting
People listening to this, listening to us just talk about aliens and Nintendogs and shit, and then it just gets to 34 minutes, and all they hear is a loud moan from you.
Sorry, Dr. Insanity
one
doesn't see
second.
many women these days with his Hubble's telescope.
according to
Why are you looking up women with it?
here we go.
What else were we gonna
According
use it for?
to guys, I've got to tell a story. According to British conspiracy theorist David Icke,
Sounds like a dog.
who published his first theme in 1999 called "The Biggest Secret." Tall, blood-drinking, shape-shifting reptilian humans from Alpha Draconis star system, now hiding in underground bases, are
Huh?
are the force behind the worldwide conspiracy against humanity. He contends that most of the world's ancient and modern leaders are related to these reptiles, including the Merovingian dynasty. I'm guessing that's a Chinese thing. The Rothschilds, which that really wealthy family, the Bush family, and the British royal family.
No, yeah,
Ike's
they said for
conspiracy
ages
theories
that
now have
the Queen was
supporters
supposed
in
to be
up to
that.
47 countries. Wow. So yeah, he thinks, and there's a sign here on the Wikipedia page of like like a picket sign. Do we really need another reptile shapeshifter as president?
Yeah.
a protest sign referring to Republican politicians. There's also a very helpful diagram at the beginning of this Wikipedia site of a man that's just like a cartoon drawing of a man naked, and they've got a very detailed penis, and also a reptile alien with a very detailed human penis. So yeah, so that is a real thing, and actually leading on from that, the royal family.
Leading on from that, my hentai purchase.
Have you heard about the cannibal royal family? Like, conspiracy.
Yeah, is that like because like I swear like I don't know loads about it, but I swear there's like links to like Madeleine McCann, like they were involved in that, and they like there's massive like child trafficking ring that runs from the like royal family or something.
Madeline McCann was involved in this, did you say?
Yeah, she was the lead. She ran it all.
Okay, so here it is. 1 second. This one is about the Queen being a lizard person.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was mentioned for ages, wasn't it? Because like she just wouldn't die. Most people
She
would
wouldn't
say.
die.
Yeah, she like
She's a lizard.
sacrificed children to live for their life as well.
So, a Facebook video posted on September the 8th shared an old fictitious claim that Queen Elizabeth II and her husband, the late Prince Philip, were lizards. It comes from a conspiracy theory that the royal family are part of the line of reptiles from that Draco star system and have reptilian blood. The Times magazine in 1998 claimed that stemmed from a book called The Biggest Secret, which is the one we just spoke about, which says Queen Elizabeth, George Bush, and the Clintons are reptiles. The claim has spread to other public figures as well. We debunked a false claim that a snake could be seen coming out from President Joe Biden's jacket, thus making him a lizard. But the snake was actually a Rosemary Biden wore in the last memory of his late son.
It wouldn't surprise me if he genuinely just had a snake in his jacket.
I like how they had to debunk the fact he was a lizard. They were like, no, look, he could have been, but we'll prove that he's not. We swear it wasn't a snake. It was just like a button. We promise.
Who the fuck brought up the idea that this fucking snake was a rose anyway?
Yeah, I know, right? But the Queen, right? Apparently, she went to some developing African country, ages and ages ago, and she went there with a bunch of kids and took them to see schools and stuff. I think it was, and to help him on trips and that sort of thing. And the theory was the kids never came back because the Queen ate them. And that's why she's so old and will never die.
She's dead.
What?
Take that, liberal.
Spoilers.
Oh my god.
She forgot to tell you what happened. Her monthly subscription to Childs R Us ran out.
Oh my god!
They because she didn't pay her subscription, they didn't send her another. So,
but without her daily intake of child, then how could she survive?
Exactly, that's what happened. She forgot to pay her subscription, and it ended.
Don't the reptiles in the Draco system know this? What if the Queen died because she hadn't eaten enough kids for that day?
Well, the mantle's now been passed down to Charles.
Charles and his enlarged prostate and his equally enlarged fingers.
He wasn't driven to be a lizard man, though, just had sausage fingers.
I don't know, I feel like maybe that's why his hands are so fat, because he doesn't fit in the skin suit.
Oh, yeah.
He has to cut the fingers and add extra bits of skin as patchwork.
Can you imagine like his hands just on your face?
I do actually, because you always stick your fucking hands on my face.
I do, yeah. I do that.
But
to be fair, I do that to
big hands.
I do that to everyone, though. I like to put my hands on people.
Are you a lizard person? Are you?
I am. Yeah, that's why you see me. That's why you see me eat kids all the time.
Oh shit! That's why you do it.
Yeah. No, I don't really. I don't really like to talk about it because it's a bit of a private.
Yeah, because now that I think about it, your lunches, like when you were at school,
They made a lot of sound.
it was always a year 7. That you just,
Yeah.
Going off
yeah.
on a tangent with that.
Well, there
High
were some
school
people
dinners
that
were
eat
fucking terrible, except for
Yeah,
the custard dinners. Okay,
some maybe. I just took what I wanted.
I'm gonna take this.
Never a ginger person. No, that was
High school was the reason why I got fat when they opened that cafe. Okay,
Oh my god, the
the
pizza
slur.
sausage
slices
rolls were everywhere.
and the pizza slice. Like, it was a
Yeah.
quarter of a fucking pizza. They just, there you go, that's a quid.
Yeah.
Nice.
Fucking odd
I
like
remember
that.
trying to scrounge off you lot because I was poor.
I remember when I had like a tenner in there, I thought I was the fucking king of the world. Was it?
You were just walking around like a pimp wearing a fur coat, just.
I'm the king. Get up. Okay, aliens again.
We can't keep
Keep
on
on
topic.
track.
Hell.
I don't know how we got
What-
to
what
school
else is there
dinners and
left of
be
this topic?
children. We're talking about aliens and the Red Ocean Forest incident, and then all of a sudden it's like, yeah, I ate kids, and then oh yeah, pizza from school, yeah. Okay, next one. Mexican aliens are sheep. Can you remember? And for people who are watching or listening to it, even there was fairly recently those small midget aliens surrounding Mexico that were supposedly.
Oh shit! Actually, I think I do.
I don't-
And they,
yeah.
oh no, I might be thinking something else. Just like pictures that people have of like weird deformed creatures.
So this was they looked like they were almost like mummified. They were just like these very
Yes,
very
no,
small
yes, I do.
things.
Yep, I remember that.
Yeah, so they were. I think the Mexican government, right? They are very very keen on saying that they were real.
Okay.
So my notes, what I've got here is the mystery of the apparent alien corpses shown in Mexico's Congress has now taken an even more perplexing turn after new DNA findings were revealed. So the whole thing was, oh, here's these aliens. They were taken to Congress in Mexico, and they were very heavily to be like, yes, they're not real, they're not human, they're aliens, that sort of thing. And they got them tested, and they were like, yes, no, they're definitely not humans. So everyone was like, wow, they're aliens. Mexico's discovered aliens. And I think it was a whole big image thing. It was like, yes, we've discovered aliens. Well done. The two corpses polarized scientists, experts, and UFO enthusiasts around the world. That sentence, scientists and UFO enthusiasts, I feel like probably aren't on the same level.
Not at all.
I feel like this is just our podcast. There's the
I mean,
scientist Alex. And
exactly. I was going to say,
then
I'm a
the
UFO
enthusiast.
Yeah. I'm a UFO enthusiast, but Alex is a scientist, and I would not consider myself in the same bracket as Alex.
As a scumbag scientist like Alex.
Sorry, I like to be proven on
So this
fact.
was back on the 13th of September. Jamie Musan, a journalist from
Mufasa.
UFOlogy,
Moose Man.
testified to Jamie Musan testified to lawmakers under oath that the specimens are not of our terrestrial evolution. He claimed that the corpses were around 1,000 years old and had been found in the algae mines in Cusco, a city in the Andes filled with Incan ruins.
So what you're telling me is the atmosphere in that cave.
Yeah, the atmosphere of the
changed the
cave
chemistry.
preserved the slime creature.
Clearly, it changes the chemistry of these creatures. But what did they say? What the shape of these creatures were, though? If they weren't.
Have you
they
not
weren't
seen the photo?
humanoid
They're literally
DNA,
just like
then-
hobbits. They're like actual
They're
aliens,
like
just
little
very,
pixies.
very small aliens.
Oh,
Like,
right,
yeah, like
okay.
pixies.
I've seen some
can you-
pictures of things like that on TikTok before. When people talking about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it looks so.
I
It's
guess
just
your
like
science
wow.
platform TikTok.
It is, yeah. It's my main source of
That's
information.
where he gets his references from.
That's where I learnt the word atmosphere.
Imagine like giving like a seminar, like a scientific seminar, and you're just quoting TikToks you saw.
Okay, everyone. On guard. This really happened.
Okay, no. It's like
Whipped out
you know,
there.
in the future when historians are looking back on like ancient man, they're gonna pull up our podcast and be like, let's talk about these guys, and they're gonna reference our TikToks and stuff like that by our usernames. So it'll be like me talking about how to eat kids, and then it'll be like Jizz Man. 2024,
I hope
or TikTok will be Cornetto Boy.
I hope I'm preserved. My body's preserved, like what happened to them in Pompeii. But I'm just like taking a shit.
Have you seen the? Have you seen that one where it's like?
It's like midway out, and the shit is
Yeah.
transformed into the
The
rock
shit
as well.
This shit gets like mummified as well, and forever there's just a massive like poo come out of
They
it.
could
The
just,
toilet
like-
gets the toilet gets absolutely obliterated. It's just you squatting over nothing with half the shit out
Should
of
it be
your
put in a
ass.
museum? Man explodes toilet.
So it'd be like art,
Did
it'd
you
be called like explosive diarrhea or something like that.
It's something that
Bought
Andy
by a
Warhol would
rich
paint.
billionaire that just has you in his like fucking hallway.
Like his main sculpture, his centerpiece in the middle of the room.
It'll be kept like
hell?
in a vault with the Mona Lisa.
God. Yeah, that's so dumb. But like, yeah, so 100%, 1,000 years from now, our podcast gets pulled up and we're in some like university person's paper.
No, I'm gonna be sleeping in an ice chamber next to Walt Disney.
Oh, of course. Yes.
That's Mr. Disney to you.
Sorry, I mean Mr. Disney.
Isn't that? It's just his head, though, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it's like the head of Walt Disney.
Oh, so no,
So
Mr.
Walt was a
Disney.
Nazi. Walt Disney was a Nazi.
James, let's not get political, but yes.
Is it
Proven by his
political
original
saying that a Nazi
sketches
is a
of
Nazi?
Mickey Mouse.
Here's a good question. Do you think
Uh,
aliens are racist?
Yeah.
I think Alex has just disappeared. But yeah, I think aliens could be quite racist towards each other. Do you think if all of a sudden aliens came down to Earth, people would be okay with it?
Well, I don't know. It's gonna be well. People won't be okay with it, no, because people are just racist and hate everyone for minor differences.
It's like when people
So
try
it's
to
like-
ask for world peace, it's just never going to happen due to all different religions.
Yeah, it's like. Well,
Yeah, get rid of religion.
well, no, because like religion,
Not
like
political.
Okay,
yeah,
we
religion does cause wars and stuff, but there's a lot of other stuff that causes wars. Mainly just humans being greedy.
Mm-hmm. Truth.
But anyway, let's not be political and get off Nazi, Mr. Disney, and move on to aliens again.
I had a dream about aliens.
Can you elaborate, please?
What was there? Was there
No.
a baby bell on the floor and your dog ate
There
it?
was a baby bell and my dog's brain fell out. And like,
I can talk about
No,
nightmares I've had before.
no. It was basically I was asleep, believe it or not.
Whoa.
And I had a dream about like aliens, and I was like, oh my god, the political effects of these aliens coming to like Earth. I'm like, oh my god, now I just have to live with these aliens and like
While we're like
It's
it's
gonna
going to
affect
affect class systems and
These,
like government.
I don't know why it's always been so prominent to me. One nightmare I had when I was younger, and I don't know why it stuck with me. But I had a weird like nightmare. I was crawling through a cheese grater, like it was a giant cheese grater. I don't know what I was crawling through.
Mm.
I was being chased by you know the Scooby Doo film, The Black Knight. I was
Yeah.
being chased by him through a cheese grater, and I was just crawling away from him while he was like stomping after me.
In
Fucking
the cheese
terrifying
grater.
shit.
Why were you
Yeah.
in a cheese grater?
Well, it might not have been a cheese grater. You know, like inside a washing machine,
Yeah.
all the like it's metal and all the little dimples
Holes and stuff,
shit.
yeah.
It was like that, but I was in it. So I thought cheese grater sounded better than me crawling through a washing machine.
Was it spinning?
I
No.
hope you didn't say the one line, oh no, stepbro, I'm stuck. As the Black Knight
Alex,
came
I
to
was
get
like
you.
I was like 5.
Oh no, step uncle, I'm stuck.
Oh man,
Mr. Park,
reckon-
no.
Mr. Disney, what are you doing?
can I wait? How did my UFO, my alien dream, remind you of you used to be in a
Could
cheese?
you? I don't know. You just said about dreams, and I just thought of that was a prominent
I
nightmare.
spoke about dreams
'Cause
ages ago as
no,
well.
yeah, but I know I was going to bring it up then, but I was like, you know what? We're talking about aliens. We'll keep on aliens, but we keep going off topic. So I was like, you know what? Now we're talking about dreams again. This is my perfect opportunity to drop the nightmare I had when I was like 5.
Well, listen, Jack.
James, this has
I'm not
traumatized me. I've really needed to bring this up.
I'm not-
Okay,
I'm not
I
done.
needed to discuss.
I'm not done. I'm not done.
Carry on.
Thank you.
So
yeah, I woke-
Hitler. Not time
So I
for
woke up. Fuck's sake. I woke up, was like half awake, and I was there in my bed, and I sat up and was like, oh my god, this is going to have a massive effect on the economy. So I was there fully convinced that aliens were real. And I was like, oh man, like, how are we gonna have enough seats for
How
public transport
how
now?
how old were you when you were worrying about aliens fucking up the economy?
This was like last year.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say 8 again. I was like,
No,
Jesus
no,
Christ, 8-year-old you
Imagine
was
you
like
was
way
like,
more advanced than
imagine
you
when
are
I
you
was
now.
like your
like,
mother went, "Oh no,
no, I was
Mum, I
like,
had a
this
bad
is gonna
dream
really
of Joe
affect the
Biden
economy.
taking over the world."
Joe Biden, he's a lizard, and he's gonna fuck up the economy. Like, but yeah, I thought it was just weird. But anyway, weirdness and people quite common, very common, in fact, in celebrities, and that brings us to
Our next topic.
Miley Cyrus.
Miley
Oh, that was
Cyrus.
so cool. You were like in sync.
That was good, Jack. Oh,
And Miley
we should
Cyrus. Sorry, I was a bit
do
behind.
that.
Yeah.
We should do that more often. Right. So this is from IMDb. The title is Miley Cyrus was chased by a UFO and allegedly made eye contact with an alien.
Not eye contact. It's like fair
I know.
fight. That is.
See,
So
my first question is, what point of her career was this? Because if it was like Wrecking Ball time, I feel like it's less credible.
this article was published in 2020. So it was way after Wrecking Ball.
Okay.
When
But I
was
don't
Wrecking
know.
Ball
I
anyway?
haven't-
I don't know. She's like up at, like I can't tell if she's like
She's still
a good
attempting to be
person
like
or
Kate
not.
or not.
Yeah,
I
I
think-
don't know.
She's just Miley Cyrus. She's Hannah Montana. If you didn't know that, I'm sorry. But if you didn't know she's also Hannah Montana, I didn't want to break it to you.
I can't believe I didn't know that.
Be an adult.
Can I just point out, right? This is
Grow up.
completely off topic, but my girlfriend just messaged me, really out of the blue, just saying, "Would you rather know when you die or how you're gonna die?" Like,
Wow, Jack's trying to flex that he's got a girlfriend.
yeah, you got a girlfriend.
All
yeah.
our millions of audiences.
Oh.
Well, on
We get it.
episode 1 as well.
Episode
I just want to let the audience know I am taken. Okay.
Jack, but what about the fans we'd get that would like ship us together and give us exposure that way? What about all the
Well,
fan art?
There's
What
always,
about all the?
there's always Doctor Insanity and
Fan
his
out of
Hubble
us three
telescope.
together.
I'm gonna help for people wanting to make fan art. I'm gonna help them and give them some guidance for drawing.
So with
Alex is
Alex-
imagine like Sam from the Lord of the Rings. So like
no,
small.
you know
Stop.
Jake and Josh, right? Mix them together and you get Drosh. That is Alex.
Yeah, no,
He
it's
is
Drake and
Drosh.
Josh.
I
Drake
am
and Josh.
Josh.
Yeah,
Drake and
Yeah.
Josh, even, yeah.
the what
He
was
is
the channel
Drosh.
Cartoon Network or what was it? I can't remember.
You remind me a lot
Whatever
of
that
Spencer from
was.
iCarly, James.
I will. I'll take that. Okay, so if we're basing each other off of what we look like from like pop culture, Alex is a mixture of Drake and Josh from the show Drake and Josh. Alex has said I'm like Spencer. I personally think. Well, let me have a think. Do you know who the Rock plays in Jumanji?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. And Jack is
What, the kids
Oscar
version?
Pistorius. The kids version.
The kid version of. He's not playing. Like, obviously, The Rock playing as the character that the kid's playing as, isn't he? Are you the kid or The Rock then?
No, I'm bald and massive.
He's like
biceps from
he's
Hawaii.
like he's like a mix of both. He's like a bit muscle, like The Rock, but then he's like
Also bald.
yeah. No, he's not bald.
Usually you can't have both.
What about
No,
Jack,
and
then?
then Jack Oscar Pistorius.
Fucking hell. I was expecting you to say like the woman from Kingsman.
I
like
was thinking more
woman
of Jimmy
from-
Neutron.
The woman from Kingsman, Oscar Pistorius.
Captain Pugwash.
Captain Barbosa from Pirates of the Caribbean. Who else? Who else has got one leg? Who else has got one leg?
fucking hell. Echo, that new Marvel series that's come out that I
definitely
watched.
got-
but
definitely
she's
sport.
got one leg.
Has she? Is
Yeah.
that
She's
her
got
power?
No, her powers. She's deaf.
What power is she? She's just Daredevil, but she's got one
She's
leg.
like the opposite of Daredevil. She just can see really well. No, from what I've seen, spoilers alert, but from what I've seen, she gets like some sort of mystic powers where she can like do like chi energy into her hands, and I don't really know. I haven't watched it, but
And Quan Chi.
Just like Iron Fist, and that was a really good show.
Oh yeah, wow, that's great. That was.
I know. But yeah, Jack, who gets a leg chopped off?
James, you're
Films.
definitely. I feel like you're more Sporticus now that I've thought about it.
You know what? I would be happy.
without the
Lazy town.
tash. without the tan. No, he's Sportacus with Robbie Rotten's hair.
Yeah, you're kind of right. Oh,
Oh,
man.
everyone actually loved that actor in the end. He was actually amazing, wasn't he? I think he died,
Stefan
didn't he?
Karlsson. Yeah. Big up Robbie Rotten. He made
He
he
a real
made
one.
me rotten my Robbies.
Didn't the actor that played the girl become like a druggo as well?
I don't know. I saw this thing. Do you remember Outnumbered?
I thought
the
she was
TV
like a
show?
porn star now or something.
No.
Could be
She's
both.
just like a normal girl. I think. I think she's like dance or something. I can't remember what it is.
Exotic dancer to be exact.
Stop wanting her to be a porn star.
Alex like is gonna go off after this and just go on like Pornhub and search up
Okay, right.
Lazy Town.
Well, I'm only going to be here for another 5 minutes and I'll head off because that'll be
One
the hour for our episode. But
Whoa,
we'll definitely carry on. We'll still keep going.
Stephanie from what was it called? Lazy Town.
Lazy Town, yeah. She had an affair with Stingy at one point. didn't she?
After Lazy Town, Morello continued to pursue acting and appeared in a few TV shows and films. In recent years, she has kept a low profile and has not been active in the entertainment industry. Sorry, Alex.
You know what bothers me though? It's the fact that only her and Sportacus were real, but the rest of them were puppets.
And Robbie Rotten.
Oh yeah, Robbie was also real. Why were the rest of them dolls or puppets?
They went real.
Did you not see the strings?
Oh my
I could
God.
have sworn Stingy was real.
It means I can't see Ziggy in real life.
You could. You just have to control him.
Do you reckon I could buy a Ziggy puppet? 1 second.
I bet you could, yeah.
Why would you want a Ziggy? You get Stingy.
No, that's
It's
mine.
mine.
Ziggy puppet. Oh minute, I've got to see this.
Why did Sportacus just live in a fucking blimp?
Why did Robbie Rotten live in the sewers?
He could have just moved out and been a nice guy, you know. Like.
Robbie real.
He's the realist.
He's the real one.
Okay, anyway, right. So yeah, Miley Cyrus. Miley Cyrus claims that she was chased by a UFO. The former Hannah Montana star also says she made eye contact with an alien during the encounter. Humans have been looking to the skies for extraterrestrial life for thousands of years, wondering if we are truly alone or if there is intelligent life somewhere out there. Wow. Miley Cyrus did not say when her alleged encounter took place, but the 27-year-old is convinced that it was real, stating, I was driving through San Bernardo with my friend and I got chased down by some sort of UFO. I'm pretty sure about that's what I saw. So, Cyrus went to admit that she had bought weed backs from a guy in a van in front of a taco shop before she saw the UFO.
Hell yeah.
So it could have been the weed backs, she said. The best way to describe it is a flying snowplow. This big plow in the front and says it was kind of glowing yellow. She says, I did see it flying and my friend saw it too. In addition to her friend, Miley Cyrus claims that a few cars stopped to look, so I think what I saw was real. A lot of people have shared similar stories, though they don't often get involved by them getting chased by a UFO. She then alleges that she made eye contact with a being sitting in the front of the flying object. She had this to say about making eye contact about an alien being. It looked at me when we made eye contact, and I think that's what really shook me. Looking into the eyes of something that I couldn't quite wrap my head around. I was shaken for like 5 days. It fucked me up. I really couldn't look at the sky the same way. I thought they might come back. So, you are Miley Cyrus, Alex, alright?
Okay.
Pretend you're not a scientist for a minute. You are Miley Cyrus.
I really wish things.
It's not
like-
much of a leap. Not much of a leap. She's
driving
also
car.
scientific.
I wish things like this happened to me. Like I'm always out there trying to hunt for.
What? You
Well,
were Miley
well,
Cyrus and had one.
No, you're not, Alex. You're always just out there on the piss. There's a difference.
Yeah, but I've always wanted to have something supernatural happen or something, but it never happens. Everyone else tells me their stories.
Maybe we go find something. Maybe after this, this podcast, we'll go out and try and just like.
Should we go to Area 51?
Let's do it. We'll
Well,
go piss off
as
some.
I said, I found an article about like a monk ghost wearing a black hood was supposed to be haunting somewhere up the top end of town.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Maybe we go find it.
Yeah, let's go find the ghost.
We go
monk.
find it and we just find out it's
In
just
town.
something. We just wears that.
Dude was a little bit too drunk
It's just
all
some
night.
homeless guy that's just dressed like a monk.
Yeah. So here's the thing, right? Aliens. Why are they following the road?
Exactly.
So they know where to go. They're following the signs.
That's so dumb. It's like that scene from Johnny English where they have to like
Yeah, the helicopter.
helicopter
They need,
like,
they need to
follow
get
the
to their,
road.
yeah, they need to get to a hospital. Well, I think it sounds like there'll be a hospital in that town.
in Dingham. God, do you reckon aliens like avoid certain areas? So, for example, Luton. I feel like if I
I
could,
think, yeah, they probably watch the news as well, and they're like, you know what, that's quite a rough area. I
Well,
don't think I'll go
apparently,
there.
due to my source of TikTok, the 5 worst areas to go to in England.
Have you been watching those ones where it's like that AI voice? The 5 worst towns in Great Britain.
Yeah.
Number
Great-
1.
Number one, I
Slag.
think. Number 1 was Birmingham. Number 2 was, I think, Manchester. Number 3 was London. Number 4 was
I watched like
Nottingham.
1 or 2 of them just to see if like any of the local area ones come up, but none of them did.
No, the closest to us is London.
I saw
That's what
one
I'm
that
saying,
did,
anyway.
and everyone in the comments was like, "Whoa, yeah, you're right. That should be way higher up."
Well, I can understand it with the Birmingham one, because the first person I met from Birmingham who said, "Oh, don't worry, I carry peace on me at all times." Like, what the fuck? Why do you have
Piece,
a piece? Yeah,
piece of what?
a firearm.
Red velvet
See,
cake.
That's the difference. I only carry around a knuckle sandwich.
I only carry around spaghetti bolognese in my pockets.
I carry around smoke bombs.
Anyway, aliens. So, yeah, Alex, you are Miley Cyrus.
Please let us know
You are
what you
driving
carry
home
around in
from a hard
your
day of
belongings.
snigging.
Comment below what you carry around in your pockets.
Please, okay.
How would
Yeah.
you defend yourself from an alien right now?
Back
What's
to
in your
Miley
pocket?
Cyrus. Back to Miley Cyrus.
so
Alex,
I'm Miley
you are
Cyrus.
Miley Cyrus.
Okay.
Alex, you're Miley Cyrus.
I am.
Who am I? Can I be his alter
You
ego?
you
can be
like Hannah
you
Montana.
be Miley
You are Hannah
Cyrus's friend.
Montana.
I'm Hannah Montana. Yes.
Okay, right. Look, I'm going to set the scene for you, right? I'm going to sign wrong. Alex,
Yeah.
you are Miley Cyrus.
I am.
Jack, you are Hannah Montana
Fuck yeah.
inside Alex's subconscious. Okay.
Ooh,
So
okay.
you can, it's like split. You can talk to each other in one person.
Am I like the good omen or the bad omen?
You're just
like,
Hannah
It's
Montana.
like one of those split things when they try to cure epilepsy by
Right,
splitting the brain
let's
in half.
stop. Let's stop questioning it and let's just go.
Okay, so you're driving home in your Honda Civic.
Oh my
as
god, we totally need a better car right now. Oh my god, yeah.
As Miley Cyrus, am I allowed to be driving my car now? Because as Doctor Insanity, I can't drive my car currently.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can drive Miley Cyrus.
Do you want to swap positions? Let Hannah take over, Alex. Let Hannah take
Okay,
over.
let me just swap bodies real quick.
It's like fucking Moon Knight. It's just.
Yeah. Go on, Hannah, get involved, would you please?
Oh, I'm driving now.
Oh, top
Look at that. Now that we've established Hannah Montana is driving the car, you you look out the rear view mirror and see a snowplow.
Oh shit,
Why is it?
Miley, what do we do? There's a snowplow.
Why is it?
But
Why
then
is that-
you look harder, and the snowplow is about 3 feet off the ground.
Well, hang on. Let's switch positions again, Miley. You've
Okay.
got better eyesight than me.
Oh, thank you very much, Hannah. As I make eye contact with this floating snowplow, I realise I see something else in the window. It's glowing
Oh my
yellow.
God. It's glowing.
It makes eye contact with me. I
hang
shit my
on.
pants.
Miley, what's the atmosphere like?
Atmospheric at most. It's breathable, I can tell currently, but as of right now, if I start pissing, it might be a little bit too atmospheric due to the oxygen in my piss.
You're on Earth. What's the atmosphere like? Oh, it's pretty breathable outside.
Oh, I'm quite happy it's breathable. I'm driving a convertible.
Gravitational pull feels about normal.
We are driving a convertible. I'm glad the air is breathable.
Oh my god. Wait, why the fuck are we like? So we're driving a convertible with the roof down,
Yeah.
and we'll say on the air's breathable. But why would we have the roof down if we think we see a snowplow? Surely it'd be snowy.
Don't know.
No,
You
I
said
don't
they were-
know because it's
where
an
were they
alien
at?
ship. It just looks like
Where
that.
were they at? They were on Brendan wherever it was.
They were in Suffolk, England.
Who
It's at Rendlesham Forest.
Surely it wasn't a tractor then. not a plow.
It was a
Maybe it was a
tractor.
trick.
Maybe it
I
was
don't
just
know. I don't know if
a
I trust
gritter.
Miley
I
Cyrus.
feel that
as,
Miley Cyrus is not a very good source of information.
I
for us.
think she's a really credible source, you know?
Maybe the alien just wanted to like move over so he could overtake.
Why was he shaped like a snowplow? Do you think he was trying to take form of
The
something that she wouldn't be afraid of, but then realised
the alien wasn't shaped as a snowplow. He was
How
just
do you
driving
know?
something
How
that
do you
looked like
know?
a
No.
snowplow.
How do you know that the snowplow looking thing wasn't the alien?
Oh man,
Mate,
what
you
if all
guys aren't seeing
snowplow?
this yellow snowplow, Mr. Plow from The Simpsons.
Mr. Plow.
Yellow
Oh
snow.
my God, you're right.
Hey,
Alex just said he needs a pit. Oh my.
Oh my
what a
god.
connection!
The air of the atmosphere is quite
Tyler, I
pissy
can't take
now
this. Can you
because
take
Alex
please?
pissed at the yellow snow.
James, you are now currently Miley Cyrus's friend. What were you thinking of at this time after you had that weed?
So you've just had the weed,
yeah.
and you're sat next to Miley Cyrus, who has like borderline personality disorder,
I see.
who keeps switching, and she's also
Talking
pissed
to
herself.
herself.
She's talking to herself, and she's pissed herself. How do you react?
Like any good friend, I would also piss myself in solidarity. And then I'd probably look at wherever she was looking at and be like, "Whoa, you're right. There is a snowplow." And then I'd continue to piss myself.
So
And
right,
then I like to think there'd be an infinite chain of people that maybe that's just like an effect that the aliens have. Like you're so like, what? You just piss. Maybe that's why they haven't shown up yet because it would just smell awful.
talking of like
Like a
pissing,
defense
you know
mechanism.
did you know like I don't know if you guys did that South Park episode, but it's like a genuine thing. Did you know there's an actual note that can be played that will literally make people void their bowels? Like it's a genuine
No, I've
note
heard
you can
about
play
that,
to
yeah.
shit themselves.
Yeah, it's this.
So I think I'm constipated currently. So.
Oh no,
You fool!
you're
Right.
not anymore.
I am.
Okay.
I hope we finished here today because I will have to be heading off now.
Hear me out. You're not going out, are you?
I am going out. Yeah. But
Don't go out.
You can hear out Demi Lovato and finish off though.
okay.
Demi Lovato. This leads into the next episode, so don't worry.
Yeah. I
Demi
want to be in the
Lovato
next episode.
is, for all intents and purposes, a well-adjusted human being. Demi Lovato says, calling extraterrestrials aliens is offensive.
Why is this? It's no different than calling you.
Demi Lovato has referred to extraterrestrials as aliens is derogatory, and the word should no longer be used for potential otherworldly visitors. The singer holds bold comments came while promoting the new documentary Unidentified, in which they embark on a road trip to investigate the truth about perceived UFO phenomena.
Do you reckon?
Squashing the rumors. The
Is
singer
that-
said the fans should know they don't call them aliens because it's a derogatory term for anything. That's a weird way to say it. I think that we have to stop calling them aliens because aliens is a derogatory term. I call them ETs, said the 29-year-old.
Isn't usually alien used as a word used to describe something that we don't understand or something not from this
It's
planet?
usually described as a word to say something like of not of here. So like
Yeah.
you can get like some people refer to like
Do you
illegal
reckon
aliens.
though,
Like the term alienated.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Do you reckon if aliens ever did like become a normal thing, like in our society, like they're just aliens just walking around, alien would become a racist term?
I don't know because technically we'd be aliens to them.
More like grey boy or something.
Grey. What you doing, Grey Man?
Oh look, it's Mr. Grey, 50 Shades.
Grey Man, Raven Rabbits. Yeah, so Alex unmute his mic to laugh at them.
Yes.
Yes, he did. He was like, hang on, that's the funny thing.
Hang on, I'm here for this. This is great. But yeah, so Demi Lovato has some interesting takes and has a show where she goes around looking at like aliens and that sort of stuff. But the one we'll probably focus on in either the next podcast or the one after that will be her ghost one, where she goes around different haunted houses to communicate with ghosts and try to help them move on to the other side. And I'll be honest, it's a lot of her just walking between rooms and being like, "There's a ghost in here somewhere." This
Well,
is
that'll be good for us to discuss because I have takes and I have like stories that I can actually add to this. So the ghost one's gonna be like my episode where I'm like, well, when I was 8, I had a
Oh, actually, when I
Oh.
was younger, I watched a lot of Ghost Adventures as well. I've watched a lot of that.
Who didn't?
I
Who
fucking
didn't
love
have that phase of like sat on YouTube watching ghost videos that were clearly fake, but you were like 10, so it didn't matter.
I don't know. Ghosts still kind of scare me. I used to be terrified of aliens.
I still
I'm
want to believe it.
Ghosts will fuck you up, man.
I still believe in
know.
them, in a sense.
Sometimes I think
See,
that I am a ghost.
although I've like had experiences that I'll say in the next podcast or whenever, I don't actually believe in
Sexual
ghosts.
Like-
Silence.
like sexual ones.
Yeah, sexual experiences with ghosts, and I don't believe in them.
That wasn't ectoplasm. That was jacktoplasm. But yeah, so our next one is currently planned to be like cryptids. So we could do like a cryptid one, and then we could do like a exclusive like ghost one. Because actually, believe it or not, where we live, there is a cryptid. Like
What's
along the
cryptid?
entire East Coast. So
You're
like
saying this, but I don't know what it means.
Like
Oh
Bigfoot,
yeah, Bigfoot.
this monster,
Oh, so yeah.
Yetis, like
Oh, Loch Nessie.
werewolves, that sort of thing. Skinwalkers is a big one as well. Wendigos, that sort of thing.
Loch Nessie.
That's kind of a cool one to think about. We've got like it's not. I'll spoil it for you. It's not the Loch Ness monster, but we have a cryptid very close to us.
Oh, I didn't
Actually,
know that.
it was recently sighted in Bungay, which is
Oh,
a town
like
in.
cryptids and all
Suffolk.
like folklore and stuff. There's a few bits of
Yeah.
folklore in our area, like fiery dogs and stuff, like a Cerberus kind of.
Yeah, it's always dogs. It's the black shuck.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, but there's actually, it's kind of a cool one to talk about. Like, there's actually like documentation of stuff happening. It's spooky. But yeah, that'd be a fun one to talk about. But yes, unorganized alien Demi Lovato, not Taylor Swift. Miley Cyrus podcast. We can end that there.
Yes.
Sounds like.
And then, oh my god, a burp.
Maybe we can find out something maybe later on about something to do with maybe Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift alien. Yeah, to be fair,
Taylor Swift, alien
probably-
ex-boyfriends.
she's probably an alien. I'll be honest. Like, she's kind of scary. I think she mind controls people. But that's
Through
just,
songs.
I'd let her mind control me if I'm honest. I'd be a Swiftie.
Swifty.
What a hard life.
Right. Thank you very much for that, guys.
But yes,
But I think
So
that's
thanks for having me on the
That's all
show,
the time we have for today.
James, or Jizzy.
right. That's all right, everyone.
Thank you, Jizman.
wait,
Thanks
Thank
for having me
you,
on
thank
today
you,
with
Dr.
my.
Insanity, for coming in.
That's all right. That's right.
Wait, Alex, wait, Dr. Insanity.
Yes.
I need you to give us an outro
Okay.
because you're the one leaving first.
Okay. An outro of what?
I don't know, do like
Good
the
night.
Ali G. Do like the Ali
Okay.
G like tune.
I don't know what the
I'll
I'll
LED
put some
tune is.
music over it.
Acapella.
I don't know what that is.
I'll put some music over it. I'll put some outro music over it. I just need you to be like, just say some stuff.
And we'll see you all in the next episode.
Okay, we haven't even given a name for
Yeah,
this yet,
it's,
though, have
it's
we?
done. I just did it.
I'm
That's the
thinking
thing.
like, I think what we could call it is like amateur take. I think that'd
No,
be
I
quite
think
fun.
I think it should be like with like the Buttermilk Boys, and I feel like it should be like the butter spread, or
Okay, right. So it will probably be
It needs to be a kind of like a
something
short,
to do
happy kind of name.
with the Buttermilk Boys.
it's got to be
Or-
Buttermilk Boys. That's got to be like a brand, the Buttermilk Boys.
How about Buttermilk
It
Bandits?
could be
instead?
Buttermilk Boys, and the episode is called Amateur Take Podcast. You never
Yeah.
know.
Okay.
Maybe we can do something like that.
Beans on toast.
That's a terrible, terrible idea, and that's why you're the reaction and not the
I quite like the
scientist.
amateur take. It's like a take on like just our stupid ideas and our take on everything. I like the idea of
Exactly.
The
that.
last slice.
But then we're known as the Buttermilk Bandits or Boys or something.
The Buttermilk Boys, the last slice.
Fun. It just gets
Depending on
more
like
and
the
more.
different names of the
Right.
episodes.
The uncut loaf.
That's all we have for
Damn.
today on amateur on amateur take. Please hope you enjoyed anything from my professional perspective. James is professional hosting, and Jack.
Yo.
True. I'd like us all to just leave one word for the audience to think on. Jack, you go first.
Atmosphere.
Nice. Alex, you go.
Economy.
Of course. Mine's actually 2, but it could be double barrel because I say it quick. Slime creature.
Please take a think
See you all
on
in
all
the
these
next
3
episode.
words. Catch you all later.
Bye.